back, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it, treat it like the law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm betting on myself, count the chips. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest. Try to sink my ship like Titanic and leave me with Jack. Hope I be panicking, but I rose to the top. Isn't it funny that the is built like a Maserati, yoga folding like origami? What? I walk the walk. I talk the talk. I be saying what I want. When I had no deposit, closet was looking real bare. Now I made a deposit, my closet's looking super rare. Drove it really far. Crazy how did this happen, wishing on a star. It's a celebration, I ain't talking Mardi Gras. With a little patience, you'll be eating Budokan. What you want? What you want? Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin. Just being honest. Never let a manufacture stack like that. And if you getting toxic, tell the boy fall back. If it was back
today, from Lumen Field in Seattle, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's the punter, Sam Martin, now ready to get us started. And off we go from Seattle. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get the punt.
He's got a man, complete, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Anthony Schwartz, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Seahawks need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. Fields being chased out left. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Trying to run forward, Pollard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The rushing numbers for Pollard last week.
13 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air maybe change up how you establish your run game. And the Seahawks had a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. To throw is Fields. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Arnold. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Back to throw. Strickland. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Looking to throw. Strickland. There's Chris Olave. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher top. Tight end or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. It takes 2 to tango. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. On second down, it's Walker. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Off play action. Strickland. Flush to his right.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Now he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Anthony Schwartz with his second touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Seahawks go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They go back to Pollard on second down.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Nick Bosa in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Throwing on second and long. Fields throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
That's multiple times now. He's tagged him with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. His throw incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Back to throw. Strickland. Now he's going to let it go deep left side.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
They'll run with Pollard. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here's Fields.
Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Over the middle, complete. It's Arnold.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On the draw, it's Pollard. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Here's Fields.
Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He completes this to Walker.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw. Strickland. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Chris Olave.
72 yards.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Fields on first down.
And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Here's the option play now to the left. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
What a run there. I mean, you've got speed, elusiveness, escapability, all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached to get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
Second down at 4. Fields now to throw.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say? There's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators. They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Now Fields.
Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop He does have the first down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there, because to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say...
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Sam Martin now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Throwing to start the drive. Strickland. And Walker has it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Operating from the gun. Strickland. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. Chris Olave. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Pollard again. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Fields on 3rd down.
Runs through the contact. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Trying to lay one up deep. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Chris Olave, 49 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Now it's Fields.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 8.
Back to throw. Fields.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Fourth down. Fields has to have this one.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Seahawks are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They find some open field here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
81 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. The carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front. Say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Strickland. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. Touchdown, Seahawks. Travis Kelsey, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Seahawks are closing in on a 14-0 record as they extend their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was...
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Seahawks have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make it.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Sean Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. Throwing on 3rd and long. Strickland, he's going to loft one deep left side here. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Anthony Schwartz, 40 yards. And the Seahawks extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway, but the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's 3rd down.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Now a first down throw. Fields finds the open target, Arnold. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Looking for and finding Arnold once again. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Bears will take over here just shy of the 30.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Escaping the pressure right. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st down, Strickland. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
On 1st down, it's Fields. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Fields.
That's into the hands of Fordson.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Fields. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 115 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. Got an open man. It's Schwartz. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on? That you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point attempt here still to come. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Fields. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
And From back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Throwing on third down, Fields.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Arnold.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Seahawks, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco